Alright, welcome back to another episode of ADHD and Crochet. And today we are going to be working on a turkey for Thanksgiving. And happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Surprise! I've decided to post a video today. This is my Thanksgiving special. I've got a couple things planned here. We'll see how far we actually get. But first is the turkey. So this turkey is using the same chicken pattern I've used before, so I will post that. But I did make some modifications to it. Made it a little fluffier in the front, and I did not use the beak pattern, the beak or feather pattern that is used, but I did use the wings on the main body. I'm going to carefully sew the beak to the front here. And we're going to attach a wattle to the beak. It's not a turkey without that. And turkeys are such weird creatures. They look funny. They sound funny. But they taste good. I figured I'd post on Thanksgiving because it's such a forgotten holiday by most creators and most stores, unless it's a grocery store specifically. But I refuse to let Thanksgiving die. We've made our knot, hiding our string, and now we're going to snip. Now, obviously, the wattle was also not part of the Stardew Valley chicken pattern. That's okay. And I don't think I left myself enough string. I'm going to have to do this very carefully. I think we need both ends. I think we can do this with just one. I'm going to have to re-thread my needle here multiple times. Last in, and I think we have enough stitches to attach the wattle, so we're just going to go ahead and make this last little one here. Very carefully, I'll use it to make our knot. maybe. There we go. And then we're going to hide our string. I'm going to hide this little one too. And see, face is done. Pull that out a little bit. And now we're going to work on the wings. Making this little bird gave me the idea to make a pine cone as well using the similar method. You might see that in the future. Basically, I made the regular Stardew Valley bird body, but I changed some of the stitches to back loop only rather than just regular stitches. That way it left me some front loops to work with. And then I did the crocodile scale, dragon scale stitch on those front loops. Give myself that feathered texture. These turkeys are very fluffy. I'm just going to do a couple more stitches. Go. And then we'll make our knot. I have to rethread my needle here. Working with this small string is always fun. It makes for really cute tiny things. It also makes for a very painful crocheting experience. Put our string, and now we can snip it. And move on to the next wing. Now I was just kind of winging it with making the turkey. The feathers are not super even. Tried to make it all centered, but the head just kind of is slightly turned a little bit off center. I will have to play with it some more, but I still think it turned out cute. Probably didn't even notice it was off center until I said something, and now it's going to bother you. I'm sorry for that one. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Crazy holidays in this time of year, from Halloween to Christmas Day. We need to take a minute to be thankful for what we have. We get so lost in all the buzz of the world. Easy to forget that we have friends, that we have family who care about us. Make sure you give them a hug today. Could be a virtual one, could be a physical one, whatever you're able to do. But whoever you're thankful for, make sure you let them know. Even if they don't understand and are furry friends. Yes. Alright, so we've got the majority of our turkey down. Now we've got these back feathers here. I'm going to take two of them off. We'll reattach them in a little bit. We're going to work on this second one. I'm not going to lie, I did think about making the turkey a little pilgrim hat, but I forgot to. So he does not have a hat. At least not this time. Maybe next year I will make a little pilgrim hat. Now I didn't end up stuffing the feathers like you would for the chicken. I left them flat. Because the turkey feathers, tail feathers, kind of make an arc that points backwards, and they want to look I'm trying to go for that. But my limited space made me only make a few feathers. We've got that in place, so it's going to stand up. Made our little knot, and we're going to hide that string. Now we need to pin on the next one. Next one. I'm going to pin it on at a little bit of an angle so that we get more of that fan-like shape. And coming up, Bean. There's a little cat pants. Happy Bean. You're probably going to hear her for a little bit now. I'm going to rub on the microphone there. Okay, can you lay down, sweetie? No? Okay. Get you in the jacket. My cats have all learned that the jacket is the best place to be. There we go. As you can hear, she's a very happy girl. And she's going to rub on the microphone again. Yes, you're very cute, sweetie. This is possibly the sweetest little cat I've ever seen. And the next 40 minutes of the video are just going to be Bean purring. New ASMR of cat purring. Until she decides to roll herself off my lap and cause me some pain in the process. Her favorite is also going to drool all over me, because that is what the Bean does. She is a happy little motor. Not much is better than having a cute cat who loves you. She doesn't even know the state of the world. And I hope she never does. Now I am going to stitch this tail feather to the other tail feather when I get there. And get stitching to work. It doesn't want to cooperate, so we're going to do it this way. Alright, so now we're at the part where we can just do a little bit of a stitch right here. Right through here. And now we're working pretty much only on the back here. We're not going to go all the way through that middle feather. Just on the edge here. That was nice and attached. Always good to have multiple contact points if you can. Now we'll go ahead and make our knot as we've reached the end and hide our string. Now we can snip, snip. And now we can attach our last feather here. Same idea as the other one, just the other side. About making all kinds of different holiday themed birds in this style because I really love this shape of bird, especially when you make them with bigger yarns and make them just bigger. Holding them is like holding a hamburger. Feels good. I will probably make more of these for different species of bird. Some of them it'll just be color changes really and just not putting certain parts on, like the comb of the chicken, kind of like how I didn't put that here. Others I will put other different things on there, like if I do a quail, I'll have to probably still just use the comb pattern that they give me and I'll just attach it differently. Being realistic here. I don't know what the official name for that little feather is called. I know it's just a feather, but my family calls it a beeper. Little feather sticking out of the quail's head. I'm pretty sure it is just one or two feathers. It's not like a group of feathers. It's a fat feather. And I love that. So we're not in any rush today. Now I am going to go back and make some attachment points from this feather to this one just to help it stay up. I'm going to go ahead and go through. I'm just going to come out through that middle feather a little bit. There we go. 2 stitches. Now we can make a knot. And hide our string. And with this snip snip, our turkey is done. Tail feathers and all. I'm not going to end the video there, however. I'm simply going to put away some tools I don't need right now, but they don't get lost. Next on our list is a cupboard. Now this one is a little different. As you can see, I have some Velcro. I'm actually going to be sewing this Velcro in place. So it is just sticky right now, which means it doesn't hold it on very well. It comes off quite easily. I'm going to sew it on. This is the body of the bird. But first, before we do that, we're going to do some needle shaping with the drumsticks. The pattern I used for this did not really tell me how to make the bones look like bones. It did feel a little incomplete. However, it was part of a pack of like 100 patterns at the butcher shop. So can't complain too much. I got a good deal on it. Are you good, Bee? I'm gonna close this hole because apparently I forgot to. That's okay. And then I'm just gonna go through this middle here. Just sew a little indent on each side. And I want to pull that down. Back up through the top here. And pull this down. And it does that. I want to make a knot down here so that it holds that shape. Now we can hide our knot into the chicken bone. Or I guess this would be the meat of the chicken. Now I did say it's a chicken. Technically that's what the pattern is for chicken. However, you could play with the sizes of yarn that you use and make it whatever cooked bird you want. So that's one drumstick done. Now we gotta do the other one. They're gonna fall out of the jacket. Things don't have to be perfect. Just so that it gives that kind of vague bone shape. I'll go ahead and make a knot. Dean is going to stare at me. Velcro these. We can hold the string. And there we go. Now this pattern does not have you use Velcro. You are actually supposed to attach the legs to the body. However, I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to be Velcroed on so that you could take the things apart for play. This is supposed to be like a child's toy, and I thought it would be cute and fun that way. We're going to thread our needle here. This one is a sharp needle, so you'll have to be careful. See if I can do this the way I want to. First, we're going to make a knot to keep our string here in place during our stitching. I'm going to do that a couple times just to make sure it's not going anywhere. There we go. It's not going anywhere. And I poke it through. It's difficult. So that did make my needle sticky because we took some of that sticky with it. But we got at least one stitch on there. For the rest of them, I think I'm just going to go between the hooks here. I'm just going to go across. Now that my needle is sticky, it doesn't want to slide through the yarn. It wants to pull the yarn with it. And I'm going to go across the corners and across the item itself, the Velcro itself. Give as much coverage as possible. have to also make sure that Bean doesn't try to rub on the needle. Well, it's not perfect, but it's better. Is there a better way to do this? Probably. But that's okay. The important part is that it stays on. It should be good enough. A couple knots here. And we're gonna hide our string. I'm gonna go ahead and show the one on the body that this is going to correspond with. The more that's taken off. Now, the other one had the hooks. This is the soft side that those hooks are going to grab onto. So I wasn't too worried about the integrity of the thread on the hook side. However, I am going to try and hide the string in the loops here. Prevent it from getting damaged. I'm going to thread it through like that very carefully. Thread it through again carefully. That way we don't mess up the fuzzy itself. And we're less likely to catch the string on the hooks when we put the leg on the Velcro when we attach the Velcros together. I'm going to do that a couple of times. Make sure we get every corner. I'm trying to get down to that plastic as much as possible. Um, Such a wiggle worm. Such a wiggly kitty. Mm. Three. We're going to make this our last one here. So we're going to go ahead and make our knot. I'm going to do a double knot just to make sure it's not going anywhere. And add that string. Alright, so we've got one attached. And it doesn't take Velcro with it. There we go. One leg attached. We're actually going to do the chicken wing next. They have a little bit less Velcro, so they should go faster, but we're going to do, not this one. We're going to match the side that we just finished. These do matter slightly which side they go on. Now, if you turn the whole bird over, it will still do the same thing. Does not matter. We're going to work on the side that I just worked on. Make sure we have enough string. Yeah. Part of why I'm doing this is so that if we do end up going over an hour with this, have an idea of what the finished bird will look like. I'll probably finish it off camera. I am filming this before I have work. I did not do that correctly. First. But I am filming this before my job starts for the day. I do need to make sure I have enough time to log into work. But I've still got 30-ish minutes before I need to log in. We can go over a little bit. Didn't quite have that string where I wanted it. Kind of have like a love-hate relationship with the sticky Velcro rather than the sew-on Velcro. Sew-on Velcro is easier to, sew on to the piece. It doesn't have that sticky getting in the way and whatnot. However, the adhesive really does help keep everything where I want it in the first place. That should do it. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. At least not for a while. I'll go ahead and make a second knot here. Now we can hide our string. We'll set that off to the side. I'm going to detach that one real quick so it's not in the way. We're going to work on this upper one here. Just like the last one that we did, the last soft one. We're going to go under the loops instead of just over. Through. Help protect the string's integrity a little bit. Want it getting frayed or snapped from getting grabbed by the Velcro. You can feel it, that's a good one. corners tend to be a weak point as far as when you are sewing something on, so I always try to make sure I go over the corners at least once or twice just to help keep them down. As much as I would like to go through the middle of the Velcro to secure that as well, um, I know it's not going to happen. I just have to attempt to secure the edges as much as possible. I'll do one more pass. I'm not. Do it again. Find that string. And snip, snip. Neither one is going anywhere. We can take this whole side, put it together, and she's starting to look like a bird. Now, obviously, because it is just Velcro holding it on, it's not going to stay or be perfect, but it is for play. It's supposed to be taken apart, and so on. Now, I did give myself quite a bit of string last time. Work on the next leg. And close there. And I thread this through like the others. Yeah, kinda. I don't think I can do it diagonal. Let's try. Not really. Diagonal doesn't work. They also doesn't really work. If my Velcro loops were in a different orientation, it might, but it didn't. And that's okay. We can just do it one way. Sort of. We'll go on the side again. And we'll go ahead and make our knot there. Rethread our needle. Make another knot. And then we can hide our string. Or we can just pull the needle through without the string. That's an option. And now we can snip snip. This is not enough to work with. We might be able to finish this bird. This is going to be a little bit longer of an episode. I kind of intended it to be anyways, as a Thanksgiving special. Everyone always does one for Christmas and Halloween and stuff. Make this string really long so it's going to knot on me. But maybe I don't have to spend time cutting string to do the last 3 pieces of Velcro. Now the other side is not really in the way. If anything, it gives a little bit of structure, I feel. Since it is moving underneath. Okay. That didn't work. Try it again. And hope that it's in place. But yeah, it gives a little structure so that I can keep it on the table. It does give something for the string to hold on to, though. It also lifts it towards the camera a little bit. And this was kind of a test run for me. I plan on eventually making a whole set of play food. So a bunch of different fruits and vegetables that are held together with either snaps or Velcro. Decided to make a knot I didn't want. thought I could just pull it through, but I can't. Okay, good, good. We did not lose any of our strength. Okay, well, if I didn't have to untie a knot, we might have been able to finish this in this video, but we got most of the way through. You understand what the next parts are going to be. I only have 15 minutes before I have to log in. I will make an attempt, but I make no promises. I have a tendency of being wrong, especially around times. Obviously, I am not recording this video on Thanksgiving. I do not actually work on Thanksgiving. I know some people do. Feel bad for it and respect you guys. I've been there, done that. Hopefully, if you do work today, you have a good day at work. It's not too crazy. Hopefully, you have a short day. If you work retail, may God help you tomorrow. Although Black Friday seems to have been calming down in recent years. A lot of people going for online deals or they're putting their deals on earlier. So maybe Black Friday is in the past. If not, I'm sorry. Alright, make our little knot here. Make the second one. Hide our string. Hook yourself. Actually, don't. Not a good idea. And snip. Then we have the other leg attached. Have our last chicken wing here. is a smaller piece of Velcro, so it should, in theory, go faster. I'm not really going to bother with trying to go through the hooks because it doesn't work anyways. And we'll do another pass over that way. We'll do a couple more going this way. Now, doing it this way does kind of cover the hooks a little bit. That's okay. Need to find a knot here. And again, with our string. And snip, snip. And it looks like we might just make it. Oops. Unless I don't pay attention to how long my string is. Second knot. Ooh, the loops. This one it does kind of matter on. Now this one, the adhesive was really not wanting to cooperate with on. But we'll have to hold it down more. and go over to this side. I'm going to make probably 2 more passes. Really make sure it's attached here. And we'll call this the last one. We'll go ahead and make a knot. Do it again. And my string decided to be weird on this last one. We'll fight with that later. And I fight with it later and just cut it. It's fine. Alright. Now attach our last piece of the chicken. And we have a cooked chicken. So if you liked this video, you can go ahead and like the video. If you want more content like this, you can subscribe. Have a great Thanksgiving. Tell the people you love you are thankful for them. And I will see you guys in the next one.